All right, we are coming on the air right now at 3 at 9 with some breaking news. We are just getting information from police in Hampton that there is a vehicle, a car, that collided with a house. There are injuries, and Lifestar was called. Lifestar is the helicopter. Sometimes that can mean there are serious injuries. We don't know at this point how serious any injuries are, but we do know people are hurt because of this. Once again, this is in Hampton, right on Route 6. Car went into a house, and we know medical personnel are on the way there.
All right, so if we learn anything during 3 at 9, we will keep you posted. And, of course, Stephanie will have the latest on the wax at 10, and Mark Zinni and myself will have the latest on Eyewitness News at 11.
Yes. And
we're also dealing with some first alert weather days, and a few of them, mind you, for cold and wind. And it's not only over the next couple of days, it's also next week that we're already warning people that it could get extremely cold out there.
Yes, the governor already instated the cold weather protocol, which means that these warming shelters are open for folks who need them, and we will be, getting that blast of cold air that we got. We got a lot of it already earlier this month, and then we had this kind of nice stretch of above 30-degree temps. And
the nice stretch is not going to last.
Yes, unfortunately.
And we had been dealing with a salt shortage. Obviously, homeowners all go out and they get a lot of salt when these types of events happen, and they're looking for ice melt and things like that. You go to your local hardware store. Well, there had been a shortage for a while. Then we were in the clear, and poof, there's a little snow in the forecast, and all the ice melt is gone.
Oh, boy. Now, our reporter, Katie Cohen, though, she did find some.
Yes.
Actually found a lot of it.
I know.
In Vernon.
It seems like it's feast or famine. So this is a good place to go until it's not.
Yeah. Well, probably not after the news tonight.
I know. Everyone's going to be headed there. All right. Here's Katie's story on the latest with this.
So my slope of my driveway goes down, unfortunately, right to my garage. So that is why it's not great, and it always ices up.
It's not an option for Dave Roy to have ice melt. It's a necessity. He spotted some at the hardware store today and had to get it.
I got a bucket full last year, and I still had a little bit left over. But you never can have too much, right?
The manager at Rocky's Ace Hardware heard from its primary ice melt manufacturer that the 2026 supply is already sold out, and we're only in January.
And they're struggling to make more, but they're making more as fast as they can.
To meet the demand, they're getting some from other distributors.
I've heard there's people coming in from different states that are having trouble getting ice melt, so they're coming here to get it.
There was a similar salt and ice melt issue last year. Josh believes that's sending people in a panic to buy extra. But if you can't find ice melt, there are other options.
I recommend tube sand or any kind of sand. It won't melt it, but it'll provide traction so you won't get stuck or you won't slip and fall.
Sand is what the town of Vernon uses on its streets. They have plenty of it in their public works garage and are not expecting any shortages that will impact roads. While we were at the hardware store, we learned there is one other winter item in short supply. Turns out snowblowers are scarce because tariffs are making it harder for manufacturers to get parts.
They've been calling, asking if we have snow blowers, and I tell them I didn't for like a month and a half. I tell them no, and they said, well, where can I get them? And I said, that I don't know, because everybody I've talked to, all the other hardware stores, the box stores, everybody's been out of them.
All right, so go get that ice melt in Vernon at Rocky's if you need it.
Yes, and we'll keep you posted with the very latest. And if you're just tuning in this week, we launched a new First Alert Weather Extra is what it's called. It's basically 30 minutes at 6:30 on the wax and streaming on WFSB Plus. It's all things weather. So the meteorologists are diving a little bit deeper than they get to, in their 2-minute weathercast.
They have a Super 7 forecast.
Yes.
Where they go into detail more about the 7-day. And I find it very interesting. I'm learning a lot watching it. So
I know.
So I'm happy that they're doing it. And I think that it's definitely for folks who are super interested in the weather, it's definitely a good place to go and check out for sure. And it's 30
especially
minutes.
in the winter. There's so much going on right now. So
it's so busy.
It's good to keep posted on everything. Also want to talk about, this was a store that you and I probably frequented a lot as we were growing up, as did many, Macy's.
Of course, and I still like Macy's. I shop there all the time, and I have gift cards to Macy's, and so
it seems like more of them are.
I need to use them.
leaving the malls. They used to be the big anchor store. And the big news today was that yesterday we learned that the facility in South Windsor was going to be closed. And then today we learned that both distribution centers in Cheshire are going to be closed. So this is nearly, in total, between the three locations, this is nearly 1,000 jobs being affected by Macy's closing these distribution centers.
Yeah.
So it's just a shame.
It is. You hate to see people out of work. And Dylan Furin was on this story tonight, and he takes a look at just how these workers are going to be impacted.
This comes just a couple of days after Macy's announced it's closing its South Windsor facility as well. Macy's has been in Cheshire for 40 years. It's a major employer here in town. And as the workers leave, so does the money they bring to local businesses. It's lunchtime at Aventura Bakery on Nodder Drive in Southington. Manager Lisa Garasino is used to making tasty wraps for Macy's distribution center workers. This is their go-to lunch spot. But by the end of the summer, they'll be gone.
Everyone that comes in here, we treat them like family. They're friends to us.
The layoffs are spread out through the spring and summer. Hundreds will be out of a job by March and April, the rest in late August. 993 in total.
A lot of them are just trying to feed their kids, feed their families, take care of themselves, get ready for retirement, and most of them have been there for a really long time, so it's unfortunate.
Macy's is closing stores and distribution centers, part of its strategy to boost profits. That means shutting down underperforming locations and adapting even more to a decrease in mall traffic and increase in online shopping. The company has been one of Cheshire's top employers for decades. The Cheshire town manager calls it a significant loss. The Chamber of Commerce is also weighing in tonight, saying they recognize these decisions aren't made lightly, and while they understand the move, their thoughts are with the affected workers. Macy's is also shutting down its facility in South Windsor. That's another 150 jobs gone, a loss that will be felt beyond the warehouse walls.
Everyone's always happy and, pleasant to be around when they come in here. Everyone's nice to interact with. So that's part of the reason why it's so sad, because they're all just genuinely good people.
Macy's says it's committed to making this transition as smooth as possible for its workers, with severance and other benefits, along with potentially transferring to others Macy's locations. I'm your reporter in Cheshire tonight, Dylan Fearon, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
All right, so we'll keep you posted on that. But obviously not a good situation there as more and more retailers continue to close. It's just affecting so many people in this area.
Absolutely. Something else that affected a lot of people was in Waterbury when the water main broke.
Yes.
So today, finally, they were able to pave it so that people can go down Thomaston Avenue again. But this is just kind of like a Band-Aid on the whole job. And they actually have to do it again in the spring and really make it nice, I guess.
Apparently they convinced this asphalt company to open and do the job, but it's not up to DOT standards. So it's this temporary fix, but you have to really feel for all of those businesses on Thomaston Avenue who,
Yes.
they said that, their business has declined over this month period. And if people can't drive to your store, they're not going anymore.
Yes, they can't get in.
I know. So it's been a nightmare headache.
Finally,
for all these
yes.
people.
Well,
oh my gosh.
yes. So finally, it is open though, and it should be open tonight. So Owen Kingsley filed this story.
Last month's water main break severely impacted businesses all across the city. But for several businesses here on Thomaston Avenue, they were just north of the break. They never lost water. Some of them never really relied on water to begin with. You would think they would have been some of the best off. But their problem simply came down to a lack of accessibility, and it hit them hard.
I'm hoping that they have this road opened up today to traffic.
The final stretch, crews are filling in.
All right, so we're obviously having
we're
some
having a little
problems with that
issue.
story.
Yeah.
But you know the gist.
Yeah.
We told you.
Thankfully, we told you the gist. The
Yes.
businesses are very happy about it.
Yes.
They're going to repave in the spring the correct way. according to the DOT.
Yeah, let's get to some good news. How about that? Hey,
I
Yukon.
like some good
How about
news.
Yukon women? They are always full of good news.
Yes, they are. So tonight we had on the Wax and streaming on WFSB Plus at 6:30. We had our pregame show in advance of the Yukon women's game against Villanova. They had 33 straight wins in a row, and tonight would make 34th if they won. And
They did.
They did.
The Yukon special, I heard a lot of your 3-pointers, which were great. But
Yeah.
it's like they just have to keep doing what they're doing. I mean, they're
know.
incredible.
well, it's like, who am I to give advice? I mean, they're killing it. They
They're
just, yeah. If
amazing.
I mean, I interviewed a player yesterday. We're gonna have much more on that next week, but she was just talking about how Gina Oriema makes the practices harder than the games, and they're so intense that when they go into the game, they're ready because the practice has been so wild and crazy and intense and yelling and screaming and the whole, being held accountable and the whole 9 yards, so that they go to the game. And the bottom line is this team is so talented, and they're having an incredible season, and they don't just win games. I mean, besides
dominate.
maybe two, I know of definitely one game, but I mean, they're annihilating people. It's not even close.
No, 49 points. They won by 49.
I know.
That's unheard of.
No, it's, I mean,
Incredible.
yeah, I mean,
So that's good news
go
right
Yukon.
there.
We're happy
Yes.
about that.
We like the women.
And this
we like
is
the men too.
This is some more good news too. Let's take a look right here. We know that Monday is Martin Luther King Jr. Day.
Yes, and this is the march that they do on his birthday. So today is his actual birthday, and this is the 56th annual MLK Love March. And this year's theme was honoring the past while shaping the future. Once again, the actual federal holiday, though, is the 19th. And we spoke with organizers out there, and they told us, this year it's especially important for people to come together and feel a sense of unity and community. And here they are marching, and they've been doing this for 56 years
know,
in the
isn't
Elm
that
City. What a
incredible?
beautiful way to honor him on his birthday.
And this is hosted every year by the Shiloh Missionary Baptist Church. They do an incredible job, and you can see it was a great turnout for a great event.
Yes, wonderful.
So we love that.
And I really, really love the whole the push on Martin Luther King Day to do something to serve others. And so whether that is, just doing a good deed or going to a shelter or donating or doing whatever you can.
Doesn't have to be something big.
Just think of a way to make someone's life a little better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even just opening the door for someone. It can be as simple as that.
Yeah,
Just
absolutely.
the niceties of life that make everyone
Yes.
feel good.
Exactly.
All right. Well, we'll have the latest on that accident.
Yes.
If
the
you want to
Hampton
just brief
accident.
people again.
Yeah,
on
once
that
again on
situation.
Route 6, there is a car that hit a house. Lifestar was called. That means a helicopter. But we don't know how serious the injuries are. And we have a crew diligently on the desk working to get information confirmed about this crash in Hampton.
All right. So we will
Route
let
6.
you know.
Yes.
We appreciate you guys watching. Have a great Thursday night, everyone.
Yeah, have a great night. Bye.